Hey everybody, it's Derpy Cuber. Welcome to the second edition of my geography/history lesson. Enjoy. So this over here is everyone knows. It's Texas. I actually need to find the proper. There we go. Found the perfect letter. There we go. Texas. So that is how you pronounce it. I'm positive. I went to Derpy University, and so this is Texas, and this is where this is actually where where Lucas Etter lives. Lucas Etter lives in Texas. That's where the name that's where his name comes from, because it rhymes with never mind. And this right here in Texas is actually where Lucas Etter is from. You know, the 5x5 world record champion for the Ruber King. And let's move on to the left up part, but as stupid people call it, northwest. So everyone knows this big old chunk is road, and then so this is actually many people don't know this, but it's actually called Rhode Island because this is a microphone company, and you can't forget the little symbol up there. Forget what it means, but it's probably something important because it has a circle around it. Now, moving on. This is actually the biggest state, right next to Canada. Except Canada was annexed in the late 1800s. So Canada isn't a state anymore, but it used to be. But none of us were really alive then. So, yeah. So this is, here we have the three Dakotas, everyone knows. Obviously, North Dakota. Pretty simple. Then you have South Dakota. Then you have Middle Dakota. This is actually where Chris Olsen resides, even though he says he's in this weird place called Minnesota. That's not a state. That was a state back in the 1940s. Not many people know that, but it got deleted. It got Control-Alt deleted. Anyway, so over here. So this is actually called, hi, yo. So that's actually how it's pronounced. A lot of people think it's just Ohio, but it's hi, yo. And it's a sentence, sort of. So this is right here. Actually, I drew that wrong. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is, everyone knows by the shape. Nebraska? A lot of people pronounce it Nebraska, but that's pretty stupid. All right. So let's move on a little to the bottom left. I forgot what that part's called. So if we put little spikes here, and then draw a big ol' square. Now my geometry teacher told me that squares are moving on. So if you draw a window like this, now I learned back in when I was pretty young, like I'm talking like yesterday. I learned that 1 plus 1. Sorry, I learned that 1 plus 1 is window. So this helped the creator of Virgin Island because he was a geometrist, and he needed this equation to help him solve the E equals MC squared. Um, so, so, yeah, so this is, Arizona right here. Everyone knows. Pretty simple, right? And we have, Arizona part 2. I should fix that. If Arizona part 2, then of course, Arizona part 3. And then these are sounding like movie sequels. So of course we have to write Arizona. The Arizoning. So let's just fix that. So a lot of Arizona the Arizoningers really like to take pride in their state. So that's why I see a lot of Arizona the Arizoningers on the news. So this is you all can recognize this. It's a pretty well recognized state. This is SoCal. So this is SoCal. And this is where all those SoCal cubers come from. And you know, they're very happy about where they are, but it's also really hot there and there's not that much water. But anyway, actually I can for all you SoCal people, I found a great resource of water for you guys. So you could take a leisurely stroll to Lake Erie and beware of those spooky ghosts, but other than that, I think you'll have plenty of water because this lake's almost as big as my pool. And I don't have a pool. Anyway. And you guys might be wondering, Derpy, are you stupid? And I'm like, yeah, sure. This little part, this is called, this little section between Arizona, Arizona part 2 and Texas. This is, Washington, D.C. And the reason it's so far away from any civilization is because that's for the president to get maximum security. Because everyone knows there's only water here. Mexico split off years ago. So, then we have, this is, everyone knows this is, where, Nationals was held this year. So it's called Ruby King Champs. No, I'm sorry. Ruby King Champs Land. There we go. Perfect. Forgot the name for a sec. Teaching that to non-cubers is a little awkward, but they didn't really get it at first. But I let them know. And then we have this little section. This is actually, this is Yukon, and except I'm gonna spell it vertically, and I'm gonna spell it vertically without the Y because why not? Okay, anyway, then we have this little section here. This is, everyone knows. I go here every so often to the slow and steady competitions. So Mary had a little land. Maryland. Mary had a little land. That is the full name. Now, you might be wondering, Derpy, you're missing a lot of land. And I'm like, I'm very aware of that. I forgot about Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a very, very historical state. Why? Why, you ask? Why is it so historical? It was actually the first state to be added by a non-cuber, because all of these, everyone knows the East Coast was the first coast to exist, and then they kept on building land, and then they finally reached the end of, like, SoCal and Ruby King Champs land because they ran out of land to build. So, Before there was just the East Coast and then water, but then they added more land and they added more land, and yeah, now we have the U.S. of A. So, anyway, let's see. So this is tennis. This is tennis. This is where all the tennis champs come from, because everyone knows that if you're from tennis, you're automatically amazing at tennis. So, we're missing a few spots, obviously, but this is just the order that I normally go in on the first day of school for all my geography students. So, this entire land is actually, I have trouble thinking of a joke. So this is, you can see, if you pretend this is a foot, and this is a foot, and this is the head, it's kind of like a kung fu guy kicking out, who's a very notorious kung fu actor, Superman. So, this is, everyone knows Superman loves eating his daily nutrition, which is Krypton, and, this is Krypton. And this is actually where, I'm from. I'm from Krypton. I'm a Kryptonian. So, then we have this. So, everyone knows this is Kansas, except the S is spelled with a $sign because all the people from there are hecka rad. They're hecka radical. So, if we go back, we have this final chunk of land. If we divide these into 5 sections, oh, I'm sorry. 5 sections. Everyone knows. Where did all those great 5 lakes go? So, let's fill this in. All right, perfect. So, everyone knows the names of the lakes. I mean, come on, who doesn't? Anyway, so, start off with one of the classics, if you can call it that. Lake Superior. Of course, of course. Then we have, why is this color constantly changing? Stupid. Anyway, then we have Lake Hyperior. Then we have Lake Rhyperior, which is actually a Pokemon. I'm sorry, it's a Digimon, I'm sorry. I'll pull up a picture of it right now. So here is a picture of Rhyperior, he's right there. And, he's just chilling. He'll be sitting in for the rest of the class. Did I mention this is a class? I didn't? I don't care. So this is Lake Olson, because every world record holder gets their own lake. So Lake Olson, and following that rule, we have Lake. Oh, I'm sorry. And last but not least, we have a very classic world record holder. Everyone knows this world record holder. He's been pretty famous for the last 10 years. It's amazing. Anyway, so it's a pretty simple name. It's Lake Wait. You forgot to subscribe. Oh, also, I have an Instagrizzle and a Snapchadoodle.